guys, and today we will be showing our fantasy football team. Now, before we show you any of that, do not pause the video, please. I want to surprise you. We're going to look through some fixtures. I did a couple of fantasy videos last year, but this year we're back with a bang. Last year I kind of did terrible. Still the same account because look, if we go to this. Okay. Now, I want to see the set piece takers because someone I know in my family told me that Man City's set piece taker is Holland, and I think it's De Bruyne, so we're going to see. So, I don't know if that's in order for most, I don't know. I think it's Holland first, so I was wrong. Liverpool's definitely Salah. If it goes, it's in order because Southampton's probably Ward-Prowse or Armstrong. Yeah, Armstrong. Oh, Southampton still have Ward-Prowse, yeah. Palmer, yeah, it's in order, so my dad was right. Now we're going to go to some fixtures. Now, Man United here. You might think that's a hard game against Fulham. Not really. I advise for you to at least try getting one Manchester United player. I have a couple of Manchester United players, if not a few, if you may. Liverpool versus Ipswich. Now, you want a lot of Liverpool players, but you have to keep in mind, with Liverpool, it's a bit different because they are going to have easy fixtures up until game week 5. But after game week 5, their fixtures just skyrocket down. So I think I'm not adding that much Liverpool players, believe it or not. Arsenal here, I advise you to get an Arsenal player. I'm not sure if I do have one. I think it's a very good idea to get a Wolves player as well because they have easier fixtures coming up. Maybe Pedro Neto or someone. But if you go here, don't mind the noises in the background, guys. If you go here, you can clearly see Brighton versus Everton. Now, everyone might be saying that Everton is a bit better, but no, everyone might be saying Brighton's better. I advise you to get as much Everton players as you can because they didn't do bad last season. They would have finished higher last season if they didn't get the points deducted. I like Everton. My favourite team's Manchester United, but I like Everton as well. We're going to make our kit in this one as well. We're going to do a lot of stuff here. Now, this is just my first game week. I have it saved, but since it's the first game week, you can change it. It's like a wild card. Next, we have Newcastle, Southampton. I thought you'd get Newcastle players. Southampton aren't doing that brilliant for themselves, really. I think a good player that you want is a player from Nottingham Forest. Any player from Nottingham. I went double with Nottingham, but I changed it. And now I have a defender. I'm not going to say the name because I want to surprise y'all. Now, here we have one of the later game fixtures, 9:30. Some of you will be asleep in different parts of the world. If you're a little kid, you might be asleep. But anyway, West Ham, Aston Villa, brilliant game. I advise you to try get a Villa player because I don't think West Ham are doing that good this season. Crystal Palace. I'm just going to speed run through these. Crystal Palace and Brentford. I advise you to get some Palace players and Brentford players because I think that would be a very good match with lots of goals. Chelsea and City, try get both kind of players, but make sure that you get either... You don't want an attacker for Man City and a defender for Chelsea. You can add them, but you need to bench the defender for Chelsea or bench the attacker because your mind's going to be blown because you're going to get bad points if your striker doesn't score and bad points if your defender doesn't keep a clean sheet. So I advise not to get into that mangle. Now, Chelsea and Man City is going to be a brilliant match, lots of goals, but I just advise you to try get a couple of City players more than Chelsea because they have easier fixtures coming up. Last but not least, Leicester and Tottenham. Do I really have anything to say here? Obviously, you want some Tottenham players. I don't have much Tottenham players, but player, I should say. Tottenham are not going to be bad this season at all. They're going to be in the title race. So will Man United after a good pre-season, I think, in a way. And Tottenham, Leicester are a good name, but we all kind of know who's going to win. Now, Vardy isn't a bad player at all, but if you do want to add him, and you think you'll add him in the future, after I don't know, sorry, something fell there. It was just a couple of books, not that important, it's not going to break. After a couple of games, once Vardy turns about 30, 40, he won't be starting, and that's not too long. So add him now. Next season, he probably will be there. The season after that, Vardy's bye-bye. He's not going to start. He'll still be there because Vardy's just started late, and I think he'll be there for a long time. Now, before we get I don't know why I called it DK, it's just some random thing I came up with. We're going to change the name, change our kit, and then we're going to show you my team. Now, you might want to fast forward this because it can get a bit boring. But we're going to change our kit anyway. I think you're able to. How do you do that now? We might not be able to do it, guys, because my team sheet brain doesn't comprehend fixtures. It's in fixtures, I'm pretty sure. It wouldn't be in any of these, don't mind the noise. Transfers, it should be in transfers, should be in pick team. Don't look at my team, don't look at my team. You're looking at my team. Okay, good team. Good team, you might say. Now, we have a lot of stuff. We're obviously going to change it, but players I will keep. Garnacho and Nico Williams are two players I'm definitely going to keep. I'm going to keep... I don't really know. They're kind of not as good players, but I think I'm going to keep them. Now, Areola, we're going to start with the bench. Areola, brilliant goalkeeper. He has a couple of easy fixtures, then a hard fixture, but he is the starting goalkeeper for the Hammers, and I advise you to try get at least one West Ham player, but don't go crazy with them because they're not going to have a great season. Bowen, though, is a very good option. I might put him in, I might do some adjustments. This is just my first team. I'll be doing one once every day, maybe every 2 days, but I'm going to try keep it once every day. Next, we have Michael Antonio. Nothing to say about him either. Another West Ham player, and I'm telling you not to add him. Sorry, guys, should practice what I preach. But I feel like he's one of the, in his last season, and I want him to get the best out of him, 0.9 people have picked him. That's barely anything. Now, Tarkowski, this is very hard to pick the bench. The bench is already really good. James Tarkowski, I hope I'm saying it right. Tarkowski, I don't know. There's no A, so Tarkowski. But this is more of a popular option. As you can see, 53 out of 191 people would pick him. Now, we're not going to add him in. I think we'll put... it's so hard to choose... Okay, just to get something clear. One of these players I'm missing, Kobe Maidu, will come in for them. But if 2 of these players are missing, then it will be Antonio. And if they're all missing, all the subs will go in. If they're all if they are able to fit in. But I advise you to put your best player on your bench at the front, second best second, and third best last. Now, I do not have a clue, but we are going for the 4-4-2. That rhymes, I know, it's true. I need to stop with the rhyming. I swear I didn't mean to rhyme. But, Tarioski, I'm just going to call him that because I think that's what it's pronounced. And Antonio. James Tarioski and Antonio. Now, Kobe Maidu, he's probably not going to get much points besides bonus points because fantasy's really all about clean sheets and goals, assists. He gets assists. He's not really a goal person, so no one really gets CDMs in, but I think I'm going to add him. He's going to get a couple goals at least, but I'm not starting him this game. Now, if one of those players get a hard game, I'm not going to start them. But I'm not saying anything because I'm going to change my team again and again and again. And another update Fantasy Football FPL have done this season is if your players are out, you can add them. Like, you know the way last season, if you had a player, if you didn't do a transfer for as many days, it would only give you 2 free transfers. Now you can do how many days you actually don't do transfers. If you do 1 day without a transfer, 1 free transfer, 2 free transfers. 2 free transfers. You can get to 3, 4, 5, I think is the max. Then it will alarm you that it will only stay at 5 free transfers. So wildcards. No, I want to talk to something a bit unusual. If you have the Google Chrome, like a member of my family does, they do fancy as well. I'm not going to mention what part of my family they are because they probably don't want them mentioned. If you do Google Chrome, you can actually get a mystery chip that's coming out in January and you won't be able to play free hit. I think that's what it says free hit. Look. The free hit chip is played coming new transfers being used once a season. I think it's because it has to start, and you don't need wildcard at the start, obviously, because you can just keep changing life for wildcard. But you are getting mystery chip buys, and I want to alert you about that. January 2025, watch out for it. I'm watching the darts probably around then. The darts might be over, I don't really know. But if you want to go to my darts channel, only kidding, I don't have a darts channel. But I think it was very unlucky about Luke Littler. Now, moving on, we probably don't want this video to go on forever, so we're just going to kind of hurry up now, because you guys are getting bored of my talking. Nana for goals, he's going to be a very good player. We have Nico Williams, Anderson, Dougie, and Dunk. Now, guys, if you go into this, you can see all the prices of them. Now, these guys, my defense backline is cheap. Now, don't want to know Holland's price. Don't look at him right now. But he is expensive. And spoiler alert, you won't want to pause, fast forward, leave the video if you don't want to hear his thing. It's 15 million. The highest ever in fantasy. No, I think Salah might have got that before because Salah was probably better than Holland. Mo Salah's 12.5, Foden's 9.5. You can see here anyway, it's all just very good. Now, Dougie is a brilliant player for cheap. We're going to go back to my big team. Now, my Onana and Areola had 2 very good goalkeepers that I can switch between. I don't know why Onana got so much hate. Maybe Champions League. And Dunk. What can I say about him? He's just Louise Dunk. He's a very good player. And we have Tarioski when we want to put him on. I might put him there. I don't know who's better, Antonio or Tarioski. I don't know. They're both going to do good, but he did get benched a lot from injuries, and they did good without Antonio, West Ham. So, I don't know. Is he West Ham or Burnley? He's West Ham. I thought he was Burnley for a minute. Now, one thing I do want to say to you guys, I did bad last year, but the year before was my first year. I did really, really good, and I just think I should let you guys know that I finished top let's just say I finished top 20,000 last year. And normally I don't get that high. And I just want to tell you guys, go for me for the tactics. You know, I got everything covered. In our midfield we got Mo Salah, my captain. I know it's hard captaincy, but Chelsea, Holland's not going to do that great against Chelsea. It's a hard fixture. We got Foden and Mbeumo Garnacho. And as soon as I say Holland, the video will cut off. So, next time I say that word, the video will cut off. So, I'm just not going to say anything then. So, I'm just going to say, like the video, subscribe if you really want to. Don't have to. It would support me a lot though. Maybe drop a comment saying if I helped you. Share this with your friends. Tell your friends about it. Share it to them if you have socials like that. Just do what you feel doing. But I'd love for you guys to do that. Now, we have João Pedro, and I might say the word now on purpose because he's a good player. My voice captain. Bye, guys. Holland.